Okay, hello everyone, this is Artisan Loom, and I'm so excited to be able to bring you this tutorial for the Bling Queen. And I designed this design for one of my most awesome buds on Instagram, Chidero. And I just wanted to honor her with this creation. She loved it, at least she said she did, and I think a lot of people did. And I wanted to show you how to do this one. It is 2 full lengths, loom lengths long. I used rhinestones, and then these are like square rhinestone spacers. But I'm gonna do these in different colors. This particular one I did in the I guess it's the Ellie Frost, Pearl Frost or something. And then I think this was the Mother of Pearl, the next, and then Glitter Gold. And then I believe this is the Egyptian Brown, I believe. Yes, that's what it is. And those are the colors that I used for this one. I'm going to stay in this kind of theme with the browns and the blacks, and just do a different color variation just slightly. You enjoy it, and you will come up with your own color combo and create this one. I'm probably not going to put a crown on it because I don't have any more crowns, so I'm probably just going to bling it out with the rhinestones and leave the center free. But if you had a charm that you wanted to put on top, you could always attach it after the fact if you decided that you had one, or you could find one that would go perfectly with it. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to set this aside and get my loom out. And here is my loom. It is a 6 pin bar design, and 2nd, 3rd, and 4th are all going to be the same across, and then your 1st and your 6th pin bar is going to be one up. So it's going to be kind of in a slight staggered position. And for today, I am going to continue on with, I'm going to use the pearl white today. And I'm going to use the Persian black. Then I'm going to use the chocolate Persian. And I believe I'm going to try doing the Persian white. I think I'm going to try that color combo today because I know that those browns in this design are her favorite colors. So I'm just going to change it a bit. One word of caution that I have for you, which I better show you this first before we get started. I've already made up some beads. I'm putting the little spacer beads on the white, the Egyptian white, or excuse me, Persian white. And for the border, I'm going to take a seed bead, a glass seed bead, and then put 2 spacers on the end, and I'm going to do that every other one. And then this, the rhinestones, I'm going to put on the chocolate brown Persian. And just so you know, these holes on these rhinestones, we've all had a tough time with trying to feed them through. Very hard to get a band through that little hole on either side. What works best, and I try it every time with different bands, but usually with no success by using regular bands. But Chidero had told me that that she uses clear a lot of time. A clear jelly or any type of jelly will glide right through there, no problem. There's my dogs again. Great. Just can't do a tutorial without them. Hold on. Well, what I'm finding is that you can use any type of jelly that will glide right through because it's, you know, super stretchy. And also these 600 count pack. It seems to, because the bands are thin, you're able to just slide it right on. So that's perfect. Thank goodness for that. Okay, I just wanted to show you that. So this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be this right here is what I'm going to do every other one, so for the border. So for now, we're going to go ahead and put a band right across the center, one to the right, another one to the right, one to the left, and then another one to the left, okay? I always do these with no beads on them because there just really is no need for that. Actually, you know what? For these, I had it all wrong. I don't do every other one. I do every third one. So I'm going to skip 2. So for this, we're going to start off with 2 plain bands. Okay, I'm going to have to work with my right hand right here. I'm sorry, I can't lay these bands that way. Okay, so you're going to do 2 plain bands, 1 beaded band. Oops. 2 plain, 1 beaded. Okay, I'm going to show you on this side. 2 plain bands here. And then 2 are a beaded. And then 2 plain bands. And then a beaded. Okay, now you're going to finish this all the way up the loom. Make sure you push your bands down as you go. And I will show you what the end looks like when I get to the end. So this is what your loom should look like every third one, and we'll have a bead. Okay, when you get to the end, you're going to come in. I didn't want to put a bead right here, even though this is the third one up, so I just, because it's right at the edge, so I just did 3 bands and then 1, and then coming in on both sides, okay? So that's what that should be. Okay, so the very next step is I believe I'm going to use the black Persian. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to put triangles. So I will show, here's what you do, because there's another way that I find it easier so the bands don't get as twisted. Okay, but you're going to put triangles. I'm going to show it. Well, I don't like the way these bands are already starting to. Well, I think they're just going to twist. But basically, you're just doing a triangle, just like that, okay? And you're going to take that, you're going to connect it to each. The triangle is going to be pointing to your right, just like that, all the way up. And I'm going to show you a different way to do it. There's another way you can do it, which I think might actually be better. It's better for me because I do not like twisted bands. Okay, I'll go up one more and show you. Basically, your arrows are going to be pointing to the right. Okay, so that's what you're looking at. Triangles, and they all connect. Okay. Here's what I do. I just find it faster and easier and less twisting is I'm just going to go straight up a single chain, okay? This is just another way you can do it. I'm going to just go right up. Okay. Here we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hook and I will grab from the single chain and pull it to the right. See? Just go like this and then it actually works great. And it goes quicker too. So you can do that on both sides, the triangles all the way up to the very end, and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. Okay, this is what your loom should look like, just triangles all the way up. When you get to the end, just like that. Okay, you're going to take your next color, which for me it's going to be the Persian chocolate. And what you're going to do is you're going to go, and we'll start on this right. Well, I guess we could, let's start on the right. Okay, this 5th pin bar, you're going to go from there and you're going to do a long stretch to the 2nd peg on the last pin bar, okay? And basically, let me get some more of these colors to the side. Okay, now you're going to just go like that long stretch, and so you'll skip to, you'll do the long stretch, and then in between these two you'll do the long stretch, and you'll just connect them. Just do a long stretch. Okay, you're going to do that all the way up the loom. Okay, and you're going to do it the same way over here. The long stretch, connect it, do a long stretch, connect it, do a long stretch, and connect it and do a long stretch. Okay, so you are going to do this all the way up to the very end, and then I will show you what happens from there. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera, you finish up to the end, and I'll meet you at the top so I can show you. So just kind of doing the long zigzag pattern all the way up, and when you get to the very top it ends right here. Now we have to connect that to a border or it will fall apart. So we're going to take and do a small stretch over to the side, okay? On both sides, do a small stretch. And that will work for that. I'm going to continue on using these same colors. May have to go get more of my bands. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to do another stretch from the 3rd pin bar, from the 3rd pin bar over to the 2nd peg on the 2nd pin bar, if that makes sense. Go to the left and you're going to do the same thing. You start on the 4th pin bar and stretch it over to the 2nd peg on the 5th pin bar. Yeah, not good with math. Okay, so then the next step is after you go from the right to the left and then to the right, you're going to go up one each in the center. Okay, so it's going to look like that. Okay, and I believe this is where I'm going to start adding my bling, what I put on, and that's going to be my rhinestones in the same color. Okay, so you don't have to use rhinestones, it's just what I'm choosing. I'm going to stretch this out so I can maneuver it to get it to lay on the side, because I want this, let me see if I can zoom that in. Oh, well, it's not showing it. I want the gold part of the band to be facing down, and you always put your gems facing down. Okay, so you're going to go from the 3rd peg on the 2nd pin bar down to the 3rd pin bar 2nd peg. So you're going to do that stretch, and you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to connect it. Oops, see, now I've got my stone up. That's not going to work. I want to make sure that it's facing down, just like that. Okay, see that? Just like that. Hopefully it's not blurry. Okay, then the next step is you're going to go up 2 again. So that's the sequence. Okay, let me see how, I think it's going to be every other one. Yes, every other one you're going to put a rhinestone. So now that we went up in the center, we're going to take one to the left. Make sure you push your bands down, and you're going to go from one to the right, and then you're going to go up 2, or excuse me, in the center you're going to do side by side 2. See, That's what it's going to look like. I don't know why it seems blurry to me. But okay, but that's the sequence. So at this point, excuse me, I've got a cold, my allergies. Let me see if I can get this thing to lay the way I want it. So I want that to go the other way. Well, let's see if I can maneuver it. Well, I guess I could always do it at the end. So anyhow, you're going to connect these. You're going to go a long stretch to the left from the center. And you're going to go do, well, now I'm upside down. Okay. Then you're going to connect it here and a long stretch to the right. Okay, once you do that, you're going to go up one in the center, up one. Okay, so you're going to go up one, or excuse me, you're going to go from these two pin bars to the right, and then to another one up. Then to the right, both of these up one. To the right, both of these up one. To the right, both of these up one. So just remember that pattern, and you're going to, what I do is I stagger the rhinestones every other one. So if you go ahead and finish that all the way up the loom, if you choose to put a charm in the center and you want to leave a little extra space, then you can put, you can leave the rhinestones out for, I don't know, 4 to 6 pegs, and that way when it shrinks up, you know, you'll have enough wide opening to put a charm. Or, you know, depending on the size of the charm, you might even could just attach it after the fact on top of one of your stones. I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, so if you just finish that pattern all the way up, then I will meet you to show you what it looks like. So this, I'll try to lift this up, it won't fall apart, is what I've done. So out to there, and then up one, out to there, and up, out, up, two, out, up, two. That's what I've done all the way down, and when you get to the end, you're just going to go the same way you end with these two right there. Okay? So, I guess the very last, I think it's the last color that I've got going on, I'm going to be using the, is it Persian white? Okay, now, I don't know how this is going to turn out. Okay, we are going to do a figure 8 on these. We're going to go from the left to the right to the left. Okay, so you're going to put it on, do a figure 8, just like that on the peg. Okay, then you're going to do a figure 8 back down just like that. Okay. So that's what you have going, and you're going to do that all the way up. Figure 8. Just like that. Figure 8. And you're going to do this to the very end as well of the loom. So I will go off camera and let you finish that part, and then I'll show you the next step in the process. So just the X's, figure 8 X's down the center. Okay, next step is where these little guys come into play, which is what I have the same color as my center, but I have a nice spacer bead there with rhinestones. Okay, what you're going to do is you are going to, let's see, every third one you're going to put one going across. So what I'm going to do is count this one as well. 1, 2, 3, this point, you're going to just put it right across the center, just like that. You see right there? And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to put another one there. Straight across. Okay, so there's one, and then I'm going to count 3. 1, 2, 3, put one there. Straight across. One, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. And I think I'm missing one. I'm going to have to string another one. Lickety-split to try. Put that last one on. Okay. Oops. Okay. And then last one was here. So we're going to do right there. So that should equal out pretty good. I think I spaced them differently because I was leaving like a big section in the center open to put the big crown, but I don't have that. I'm going to push these bands down, but I don't have that bling, and I decided I'm just going to put the beads down the center. It's rough on my fingers to do this. Okay. All right, so I think we're smooth sailing. I think we're ready to turn around and loom. So I'm going to turn it around. We're going to start off with 2 cap bands right there. So I'm going to use, well, why is that? Hold on a minute, that doesn't make any sense. I think we need 1 big cap band. What do you think? I think my notes are telling me all wrong. Okay. I think, because this is where we're closing it off, I did on my notes, I put a cap band here and a cap band here, but that didn't really make much sense because you got to have one to connect here. So I'm going to take and put a double cap band on these 2 pigs. I'll just do it this way. That makes more sense. Just like that. Okay? Then I believe the next step is, okay, we're going to get the bottom one first. So that one's over here. So you can go in through the cap band and grab that one and pull it to the right. Grab this right one and pull it to the left. Okay. Let me see which one we're going to do now. Okay, I believe we're going to do always from, we're always going to do the bottom one. Okay, for whatever reason I chose to do all bottom. Okay, which was this one, which is always going to be from left to right. So that's what you're going to be working, left to right. So go to the second one, go to the left, go to the right, go to the left. Got to go in and go to the right. Left. Now, be careful right here. I guess I should have said that. Hold on, let me see what I'm doing here. Yeah. Be careful right here because this is where your little spacer bead is. So just make sure you don't grab this band. That band needs to stay there. We're not going to loop that band just yet. So we're going to just do the X's. So you're going to go left to right. So you go in to the left. I'm just going to show you like this. Maybe you can see it better. See that band is on top for the next one. We don't want to grab that. We want to go through and grab the one, pull it back to itself. Go through and push that one back that has a spacer bead on it and go to the left. Okay, so you're just going to be doing that all the way to the end, and I will meet you back at the beginning. It's pretty straightforward. That's what your loom should look like when you get that part done. We are going to move on to where these spacer beads are. So remember, every third pin we put a spacer bead. So you're just going to go in where that spacer bead is and see where that band is. We're going to take it and put it to the right. Go in. I believe it's, you're going to grab the other end of that bead or that band and pull it across. Okay? Go, hold on just a minute. Let me see what I did. Let me see what this part's doing real quick before I... Yep, that's right. I did do it right. Okay. I wasn't sure that band was connected to it. Okay, so you go across, grab the other side of that band, put it to your left. Grab that band, go all the way to the left, grab that same band and bring it over. Okay, it's a pretty popular stitch now, I guess, that people are doing. Okay, I'm going to finish that up the loom. So I guess I can do it while we're on because we only have a few. Okay, I'm on this one that you can't even see because I've got you off camera. Okay, the same band. It's this top band, move it to the right. The next, the other band that it's connected to is the second band. So you grab that. Or not that it's connected to. The other half of that band is on the second band down. So we did that one. Now we're going to grab the top band here to the right. Go in through that top band, grab the second band, and that's the other half of the band. Pull it over. Last one. I need to pay more attention when I'm on camera so that I make sure that you can see everything I'm doing. Okay, so that part's done. Next part, we are going to go in through this cat band here. Hold on, yes, we're going to do that. Let me figure this one out. I'm trying to decide. All right, let me come back to you. Let me just access my notes. I believe this is what we're going to do. We're going to go in through this cat band and grab that top band and stretch it over to the left. Okay, not back onto itself. You need to come in through here and stretch it over to the left. And then you're going to go in and to the second pin bar, go through all them bands, grab that band that's coming this way, and okay, it's a little tight. There's a lot of bands. I'm going to stretch it down. I'm going to use my hook to bring it around. Okay, so from here to there, from there to there. Now you're going to go back in from here. Instead of bringing this band forward, you're going to take it to the left. You're going to go into that same pin bar, grab the crossband, and bring it down. To the left. And I believe that's how it's going to go all the way up and down. So you're going to go in through here, grab the band that goes here. Instead of going there, you go to the left. Then you're going to go back in this pin bar, and you're going to grab that one, and you're going to bring it down and reconnect it. So these will all be connecting. Okay, so I don't know. Let me try a few more. To the left. Oops, got a little piece of fuzz. And then go back in through here, grab it, and then down. So up to the left, go in. Oops, only grab the one. Don't do like I just did. Grab that top one and down. Okay, and you're going to do that all the way up the loom. I'll do this side real quick and then I'll go off camera. Okay, you're going to go, how did we do this? We're going to go in this pin bar and grab it and move it over to the left, go in through the second one and go downward. Does that make sense? I think that's what I did. Okay, let me double check. Whoops, look, my pin bar just fell off, or my stabilizer, because I only have it stabilized right there on the one. Okay, let me think here. It's going to go across and then that down. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Okay, I'm going to put this back. Why am I so confused on this one? This is ridiculous. This is like super simple. Okay. I think what we're going to do, is let me go off and try to figure out my notes. Again, sorry about that. I don't want to mess you up all the way at the beginning because that would be terrible. I need to get my mind straight, so give me 1 second. We're going to go in through this cat band, get that band, and instead of bringing it up, you're going to bring it over to the right. Then you're going to go into back into that one and grab, well, I must be grabbing the wrong band. That's what's happening here. I had it right the first time. Let me just do one of these numbers to get them placed back in the right spot. Okay, now I should be okay. You're going to go in through this pin bar, grab that top one, and then pull it down. I wondered why it wasn't looking right. It just totally confused me. Yeah. Why am I confused again? I was noticed these bands and we haven't even gotten there yet. Okay, so you're going to go in through here, the second pin bar, and instead of going forward, you're going to go to the right. I really apologize for that. Go in back into that one, grab that band, and pull down. So you're going to go in again, pull to the right. Oops. Go in, grab that, and go down to the right. To the right, grab that band, pull down to the right. Up to the right, go in, grab that band and pull down. You're going to go in and go to the upper right, grab this band, go down. Okay? So, finish that to the end. Sorry about confusing you, but I wanted to make sure I was right before we continued. So, I'll be right back to show you the next step. So, make sure you press your bands down along the way because you're still going to have more bands to go on top. Okay, so basically we're going to do these. This is a short stretch, these two, and then the rest are going to be long going up. Okay, so you're going to go in through this second pin bar, grab that short one and bring it back to the border, okay? And then you're going to go back into this one, and you are going to grab the band, this band. So you're going to go in, grab that band, and bring it back to the border, okay? Everything's going to be brought back out to the border. So then you're going to go up to this one where the other end of this band is, because you don't want to bring it here. We're going to bring it all to the border. So you're going to always go in through here and pull it back or up. Okay, so this is the next band. So you're going to go in through here and grab this band and bring it down. Go back in that same peg, long stretch up to the right. Go back. Oh, no, we don't go in here like I was just about to screw up and say. We're going to go into this one. We're going to grab that band and pull it down. Go back into this band and pull it up. Go to this band. Go in or that peg, go in, grab, sure you go through all them bands, grab this band, bring it down, go back in, and bring it out. So basically you're always going to end up at the border. So just remember that. Okay, so I'll get you started over here. You're going to go in through this peg and grab this band, and it's a small stretch down to the left. You can go back into that band, or that peg, go in and go to the upper left. Then instead of going through here, going to here, you're always going to meet up at the border, so it's always going to be from the second pin bar. So you're going to go in, grab that band, bring it down. Okay, go back into this one, grab it, pull it to the back to itself. Going to go in through this one, grab that band, pull it down to itself, go back in, grab that one, and bring it up. Go back in through here, grab it, pull it down to itself, go back in through the same peg, pull it up to itself. Okay, so I'm going to let you finish that. Seems pretty straightforward now. So I'll be right back. So now the last bands before the border bands are these triangles that we have here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we'll just start on the left side. It doesn't matter, either one. I'm going to go in through this second pin bar, grab this band, and I'm going to pull it over these two pegs, which it'll bring it all the triangle back onto itself. So it will look, let me try to pull some of these bands down. So I don't know if you got that. So okay, so here's the triangle right here. We're going to go in through the second pin bar. We're going to grab that band. Okay, and we're going to put one side on this one, and we're going to stretch it over to the right. Go in to the left, back over to itself. Now I suggest, if you're going to use the 300 pack or really any kind, is pull it out, stretch it out just, you know, a hair, just because it's tight. That way you don't do like this. If you do like this and try to pull it, it feels like your band's going to snap. But if you go in and you grab it and you pull it out a little bit and then go around, then it's already stretched. So it's actually not hard. There you go. So you're going to go in through this one, do the same thing. Grab this band, bring it to the left, back to itself. Okay, so go in, grab this one, pull out, and then put it back on those two pegs to back over itself. See that? Not hard, just kind of be careful not to mess your bands up. I know that if you use jelly there, they tend to stretch really well. Okay, so I'm going to let you finish that part up to the very end. Okay, there you are. That's what it should look like before we now go to the perimeter, which is very simple. Okay, you're going to go in through this cap band, go to the left, go to the left, go back into this cap band, oops, sorry, go to the right, and then you're just going to do your lovely single chain down the sides. Very simple. And I'm going to go off camera and let you do that, because it's pretty darn simple, basic step. Okay, and I'll show you how to close it out and take it off the loom. So we've now finished the border all the way to the end. Set this over. Okay, we're going to go in through these two bands, or these two pegs, pull it up, and then go through this one and pull that. Well, let me get a grip. Grab that band, okay? You can put them on the hook, I tend to, and I say it in every tutorial, I usually don't put a C-clip on. I usually just leave this on until I take it off the hook, but while it's on the hook, I'll just put it on. Make sure it's nice and secure. Get both sides. Well, I'm just not doing well today. There we go. It's on both. See there? And I will just leave it just like that. Okay? I'm going to take a look and see if it looks like everything's looped. It does. So hopefully, I'm really praying this color combo comes out okay. I wasn't sure about putting the black here. Thought about putting the white down, the black down the center, but I knew I couldn't get. Well, actually, I thought about putting the black where these caramel bands were, chocolate caramel, but I know that I can't get a rhinestone through the 600 or the 300 count Persian, so I just moved it around, so hopefully it'll come out right. So you're just going to go in on each side, down the edge, and carefully, especially if you're using LE. I think on my last tutorial, one of the bands snapped, and it was just because it was an LE. It's not even that tight of a design. So you're just going to pull off each side. I guess I could show you the whole thing while we're on camera. Just going to pull it off just like this. Okay, and on this side, same thing, just carefully pop it up off the loom. And then I'll probably show you the middle part, and then I'll finish popping it off taking it off the loom off camera. That's probably what I'll do. And then I'll show you the finished product at the end and how to straighten any bands that you may need straightened. Okay, so that just relieves the tension right there. And so you can either pop it off, another row pop off, or you can just do it singly. I think I'm just going to do it singly, just like that. Just pop it off. Still being very careful. I would not recommend ripping it off. You will pop some bands. So I'm going to finish this up, and I'll show you what mine looks like, and I just pray that it comes out with the right color combo. My word, I just took it off the loom. How awesome and cool is this? I was so worried about the color combo not coming out right. It's a little bold. It's not as soft colors as the first one I did, like this. But so cool in my opinion. Really neat. I need to fix some bands though, because I cannot handle the twisted bands. You know me. It just bothers me. So, I'm sure you know how to untwist them by now. I think I'm going to start. Do I start on the sides first or the middle? Okay. Let me see what looks best. Okay, so I want this to lay properly. I don't like it half over and half not. You just grab it, twist it just a hair, pull it. See how that popped right out? Okay, and then I'll just snap a few. This one's a little twisted right there. I will grab that band and I will twist, pull, see how it snaps back into place. It's really, everybody seems to be having a hard time with these dual layer bands, and I just think they're so incredibly pretty, and I think people just don't know how to work with them because they're not sure how to get them unstuck. Just pulling on them sometimes doesn't always do the trick. So, but sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I just pull on them to make sure that they're, and twist a little bit to get them to where they'll pop out, where you want them. You see how nice that looks now on that side compared to this one? I want the gold to be on top. You see these are all upside down here. So I'm gonna grab this one, pop it, pull this out, twist it just a little bit, pull it, and drop it. And grab it, twist just a hair, pull it. And it looks like you've got it real loose, but when you go like this, it all pops back into place. See that? Not hard at all. So that's how you work with the dual layer bands. Not hard, just you've got to have a little bit of patience if you want your bracelet. If you've done all this work to get your bracelet done, you want to not just pull it off and just accept how it comes off. You want to fix all these bands. A lot of times I'll fix all of them, even if they're like way up underneath there. But these ones are seeming to be pretty good, except for maybe that one. And I'll take that one and I'll pull it out and twist the other way. And it usually pops into place. I will do the same down the center. Now the center is going to be a little harder because it's a little more tight. But you see that band that's upside down? I just got to see how this works. Let me get a better grip of it. That band that's white, I want the silver or the gold to be shining through. I'll grab it, twist it a little bit, pop it back down, and then it goes back. Okay? A lot of times that's all you do is you just twist it. I believe it's twisted towards or away from. Okay, so this one I'm going to lift up and I'm going to twist to the right. See that? Pull it, let go, there it is. Okay, grab this one, lift up, twist to the right. Sometimes that band is still not fixed. I'll twist it some more. Pull it, and there you go. Okay, so I'll fix those bands. I'll fix all my caramels. See how my caramels are messed up? Like say that one. I'll grab it, twist it, pull it, and then it lays back into place. See that? So I will do that with all of mine. That one right there. Grab it, pull it, just to get a grip on it, twist it, let go. Sometimes it's still upside down. At that point, you want to figure out which way. I see that the band is kind of wanting to go that way, so I'll just grab it again, twist it, pull it, let go, and there you go. See that? So I'm going to fix all my bands, and I'll show you the side bands too, or the border, before I go off camera, and then when I clean it up, I'll show you what it looks like all cleaned up. Okay, so I don't like the way some people like it, and I guess you could keep it like this because it gives it a weird, neat looking border, but I tend to fix all mine. So I grab it, the beads and the string, and pull it to the right to bring it in the center. I'll do the same with this one. Pull it to the center, and then you see how they lay a little bit more flat. Sometimes you have to play with it to get it exactly where you want it. And then I'll grab this one, pull it, and there you go. And they'll lay like that versus laying like that. And I kind of like this better. It just sits better. It sits better than if you made a bracelet and made it look like that. See? See how it is over here? So fix all the bands, and then you can come back. Hopefully this is not too many. I put quite a bit on this one. I think I did it on this one too, but maybe not quite as much. For some reason I've got these spaced a little differently. But it's okay. It's not called the Bling Queen for nothing. So I will be back after showing you my bracelet all nice and cleaned up the way I want it. And I'll show you what it looks like. I got the bands exactly how I wanted. I tried to straighten them as much as possible, and the sides. And this is the Bling Queen bracelet. Okay. And here's the other one. I didn't put the big charm on, but here's the original on top, and obviously the other one on the bottom. Two different color renditions, but pretty darn cool. Pretty darn cool. I think I do like this. I think if this is way too many rhinestones, it kind of is for me, but I must have placed them not as close together, so I must have, that's what I did. See how these should be at the same level as those, and this one's down one. So I must have skipped two and did one instead of every other one. But you live and you learn. So if you want to do that on your rendition, is maybe just not put them so close together, or place your beads down the center, or you know, put a nice charm. You don't even have to put all this stuff on if you don't want to. It is a little busy for me, but I love the color combo. I think it's gorgeous, and I wanted to share it with you. So this is a special bracelet that I dedicated to Chidero from Chidero Blings, and she is the Bling Queen, so I wanted to make sure, or I would just wanted to recognize her, that we work side by side. I wouldn't be the loomer that I am today without her. So, and I wouldn't have a YouTube channel as well without her. She's helped me through the process. So, very much appreciated. Hope you enjoy it. And tag me in any renditions that you do at Artisan Loom. And go follow my channel or subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Okay, well, that's it. The Bling Queen bracelet. Take care now. Until next time. Bye.